Good morning, students. Today, in your social studies, we will study about the effects of British rule, which is the next topic of your chapter number 2, that is the revolt of 1857. Okay, so the effects, as we know that the British were ruling in our country, and they are misusing our powers also, but some advantages were also being brought by them in India. So we will discuss about those advantages. Advantages means फ़ायदे. ब्रिटिश रूल हमारे लिए हमारी कंट्री में क्या फ़ायदे लेकर आ रही थी. Okay, so the first one was the education system. The education system, as we know that earlier, we don't have a formal type of education system. Formal means कि starting में बच्चा पहले नर्सरी में जाएगा फिर प्राइमरी पास करेगा, then that child will go for the junior section, then for the intermediate section, then for graduation. This is called your formal type of schooling. वो schooling का system, formal schooling system नहीं था इंडिया में. So they introduced a formal type of schooling system, and Lord William Bentinck was called as the father of the Western education in India. Lord William Bentinck. You can write in your copy also. Bentinck. Okay. There were so many reforms were brought, like Wood's Dispatch, where the English was made as an official language for their education. Okay, so now in this formal schooling they learn about the Western science, economy and politics. Second were that so many social reforms were done. There were so many evil practices were done in India, like sati, child marriage, widows were not remarried again. So these were the evils which were being reformed by the British government. Okay, the William Bentinck, in that at the time of William Bentinck only, there was an abolition of sati, whereas I hope that you know about sati, but still I'm explaining it, that if a person die, then the wife of that person has to be burnt alive along with the dead body of her husband. उसके अपने हस्बैंड के साथ उसको भी जलना पड़ता था. दैट वॉज द सती सिस्टम. चाइल्ड मैरिज विद द वर्ड यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड कि जब छोटे छोटे बच्चों की शादी करा दी जाती थी, और द विडो री मैरिजेस, that whenever there will be a widow lady will be there, she cannot marry again. So these were the social evils which were practiced, and it was being reformed by the British government. The third advantage was the railway system. Earlier there were no railway system in India. The first railway system was being only introduced at the time of Lord Dalhousie. Okay, Lord Dalhousie, and that the first train ran between Bombay to Thana in 1853. Then there was a uniform system of laws. Now, Indian Penal Code, IPC, you heard about IPC also. So that was the Indian Penal Code, that a uniform system of laws were being set up by the British. Now, they built different type of monuments in beautiful architectures, and they also introduced telegraph. There were no any postal system earlier in the country. So they established a formal telegraph as well as the postal system in our country. These telegraph and postal system was also being introduced, and was also introduced at the time of Dalhousie.